Hi everyone, and welcome to how to log on to Infiniti at home. So now you will be able to browse books at home, you can reserve a book, and you might like to write some book reviews about books that you have enjoyed from our library. First of all, you will need to log into Infiniti, and you will do that by typing in your school username and password. You might also, for the first time, have to click on Sign in with Google on the red tab here and click Allow. And this should hopefully allow you to log into Infiniti successfully. Once you have logged in successfully, you should be able to see the search screen that we use in our library. And today we're just going to have another closer look at how we can use all of these elements here to help us to find books for reading for enjoyment or for information. First of all, we have the search bar area, and that's where we will do most of our searching. Then we have the top read section, the popular searches section, and the new arrivals section. You can scroll through the top reads and see what the popular books are that are being borrowed in our library. And this will change daily because classes borrow every day. You can actually click on one of the books if you want to find out a little bit more about that book. The popular searches area are the searches that people type in to find the books that they want in our library. And you can click on any of the searches and it will bring up the books that are related to that search. The new arrivals area is an area that you can scroll through and see the new books that are coming to our library. As we catalogue them, they will appear here, and then you will be able to borrow them when we put them out in the new books area. To be able to search for books in Infiniti, we have some different ways of searching. We can do an author search, a keyword search. We can search by series, by subject, or by title. The search you choose will depend on what you know about the book or what you're looking for. For example, you might like to do an author search. Today, we're going to look for Liz Pichon's books in our library. And those of you who are Tom Gates fans will know that Liz Pichon is the author of Tom Gates. Our search here shows us all the books that Liz has written in our library, and you can see that she has also written a picture book as well as the Tom Gates series. You can view the books by scrolling down this way, or you can actually change the view so that you can see more books each time. If there are a lot of books in your search, there are only 11 here at the moment, but sometimes it's easier to see them all at a glance, so you can choose which way you would like to view the books. As you're viewing the books, you will be able to see whether the books are in or out. If this tab is grey, that means that the book is out. If the tab is green, that means that it is in. And you can also click on the book to find out some information as well. For example, it will tell you that this book is in our library. It's in the fiction section. It will be in the fiction section at PIC, and at the moment it's on loan. It will also tell you many books will have a little summary about the book, and that's a good piece of information to read to help you decide if you would like to read that book. You can also reserve a book by hovering over the book and clicking on reserve. The other way that you can reserve a book is if you go back to the first screen, and over here, if you click on the blue tick, that will also reserve the book for you. At the moment, you can just reserve one book at a time. You might be doing a search for books where you would like some information about books. And a good way to do that is to do a subject search. So if you would like to do a subject search, you might be looking for what books we have about dogs in our library. And here you can find stories, poetry, fiction, humour. There might be books about dog breeds or dog care and health. So if you're looking for books about dog care and health, you can click on that and it will list for you books that we have in our library that will help you to care for dogs. And remember, once again, you can change the way that you want to see that. At the moment, that might be the best search. And then if you would like to click on it, and it will tell you a little bit of information about it. It tells you that it's in our library. This time you'll be going to the non-fiction section. You'll be going to our 636 area, which is our pet section of the non-fiction. And that book is currently on the shelf. So if you can click that off then, just remember, if a book is in the library, you don't reserve it. You just reserve a book if it is out and borrowed at the moment. The other thing that you might like to do is if for example, you have read Fat Pat and you have really enjoyed that story, click on the book and you'll notice here that there is a review section and you might decide that you would like to write a review about that book. You can choose how many stars you would like to rate the book, and then you can write a little bit about the story and perhaps encourage other people to borrow it. So just a little review about that book. Don't forget to click save so that it's saved, and then I will receive that book review and add it to our library database for other people to be able to read as well, and that might help them to decide to borrow that book. The other thing that you will be able to do while you are here is you can check your details. You can actually see which books you have borrowed at the moment. You can see when you loaned them, and you can see when they are due back in the library. The other interesting thing that you can do is you can actually see all of the books that you have borrowed in the whole time that you have been at St. Martin's. And you might even like to check and see what was the very first book that you borrowed in prep. It's also an interesting way to see how your reading has grown and changed over the years. In this reservation section, you can see what book you have reserved at the moment. Up the top here, it will give you information about yourself, and it will also allow you to change your password. But I ask that you don't change your password as your account in Infiniti is connected to your school username and password. You can also log out from here as well. So the other thing that you can do, this is another area where you can check your current reservations. To get back to the search screen, you just need to go and click on LibBase. I hope this helps you to find your way around using Infiniti at home, and it might help you to locate books that you're interested in borrowing when you come to our library so you can find them quickly and have a bit more time in the library to read them during borrowing time. So happy reading, everybody. See you in the library.